Hey everyone, hopefully you're having a good day. My name's Andy. My channel is Finding Value. Today we're going to go over the daily technical analysis of oil, gas, natural gas, and solar. And I'll let you know what I'm seeing in the charts and what my opinions are on the short term. These are all short-term looking charts. Long term, everything looks fantastic. In terms of oil and natural gas, solar, I think in the medium term is going to do pretty well. Long term, not exactly sure. We'll see what happens. If money from governments gets thrown around, then I think it's going to do pretty well in the short, medium term. So let's dive in. I'll give you my opinions on oil, gas, and solar. Again, this is just my financial opinion. That's all it is. So looking at oil. Now, oil's it's pretty ridiculously awesome because it's getting harder and harder to read because we're right here at this resistance area. We played with the line. We came up, sold off yesterday. Today, I said that we could potentially sell off unless, the buyers just keep diving into this thing. Buyers stepped in today and pushed it right onto that line, right onto the resistance line. Are we going to break through it? I don't know. This is a nice steady back and grind higher. It's a nice steady grind higher. And let's find out tomorrow if we break through it. Natural gas, this thing's been volatile to heck. We pulled on back to the 50-day, bounced off of it, got some more sellers up here, but overall, it still looks good to go sideways to higher until the sellers really stomp this thing lower. XLE, man, this thing just they just keep grinding higher. Sometimes they do this, and that's why I don't sell out of my companies. I just hold on. There's the grind. That's where we're at. We're trying to break through it. And we could break through it here. We could. So I'm holding on. I don't own any XLE, but I own some in SM Energy. Go SM. 3% up day. Looking good. Finished pretty strong. There's your kind of overhead resistance. We're still coming up on it. Got a little ways higher to go. But overall, this looks great. Looks good. They release earnings the 28th. And then CDEV, my boy CDEV. And what I think's happening here is a breakout, basically, almost, of a cup and handle pattern. Cup, handle, and then we're trying to break right now. So that looks good. Callum Petroleum looks pretty good. Cup and handle pattern here. Tellurian's got these two humps, and I usually see that before a very big move higher. I think we could move higher here pretty shortly. So SM Energy Tellurian looks really good. I'm not doing anything with my shares. You can see right there, we're right there at resistance if you draw it this way. Looks really good. Recap, on the other hand, it's selling off a little bit. I haven't sold anything. I'm going to maintain my position size here. But you can see we broke the bottom end of this pattern. We're starting to break out of it. We could head lower here, guys. So it's up to you on what you want to do. Some people sell out. I'm just holding on. Tetra Technologies. I think this looks good. Kind of draw this guy through there. Small little down days, small sell-offs. Doesn't look bad to me. At least not yet. Transocean just moving sideways. Nothing too bad. Nothing really great or bad to say here. Northern Oil and Gas is doing the same thing. Nice big move higher. The consolidation is sideways. These are strong companies that do this, and then we'll see probably a move higher. It's a flag pattern, kind of. Or is a flag pattern. CPG is doing the same thing. It's just a sideways movement. It's trying to break through here, hitting some sellers. I don't see any huge selling pressure. Sideways to higher if oil goes higher. Crew Energy, this could have low. Oh, man, this is a tough one. Bearish engulfing here, big sell-off candlesticks. We have a bullish engulfing pattern right there on this candlestick. We had a nice big move higher. It's trying to push it down right now, but oil doesn't want to fall. So this doesn't want to fall. Sand ridge, bullish engulfing here, bearish engulfing there. So head lower, head higher. I think we'll just go sideways for a little bit. Unless oil goes higher. If oil breaks to the upside, we could see these move substantially higher. If it breaks, little consolidation period today. Some sellers up here. Bearish engulfing there. But maybe we'll head a little bit lower and put another little smaller loop in here. Or sideways. Southwestern Energy doesn't look too bad. Big up days, small down days. Continuation sideways to higher. Now TAN, this is the solar portion of it. This is a bearish engulfing or bearish piercing, which we could have a little bit of a pullback. There's some resistance through here that we're trying to break out. Oh, we broke out of it. No, we're broke out of it. Sideways motion first before breaking higher. And we're seeing that with Beam Global, sideways movement. We're seeing it with Sunworks. Sunworks had a little bit of a sell-off. We'll see if this support holds underneath it. If it breaks to the downside, I would be a seller. I would sell out of it. Renesola moving sideways, but we broke. I'm holding on to this. I'm not selling this guy. We broke this downtrend line there. Moving on higher is what I think is going to happen here shortly. SunPower, we could head lower. We're at this kind of resistance area here. We may bounce a little bit lower and create a little bit of a handle, kind of a cup and handle pattern before moving higher, is my guess. This one's got a bearish engulfing pattern too, which means we could head a little bit lower before moving up. And that's all I've got for today. So, I mean, everything looks pretty good. We'll see if oil breaks to the upside tomorrow. Very curious and interested to see how that plays out. Natural gas, we're right there as well, moving on up. So let's see, again, what happens there. And solar's got a little, I mean, some of these look like they're going to pull back. Maybe put a little, like, cup formation, a little loop, half 180-degree circle. That could potentially happen in some of these. But they do have bearish engulfings, which usually means lower in the very, very short term. If you guys like this type of analysis, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And thank you for listening. This is Finding Value.